Hey guys, Dr. Brandon Schreiner here with Revive Chiropractic and Max Living. We're going to talk about TMJ, so the temporomandibular joint, clicking, popping of that joint from chewing. It gives people a lot of issues, and what do we do as far as exercises to maintain it? Like I always say, as a chiropractor, don't forget about the spine, the nervous system. Don't forget about your home rehab. The body moves core to extremity, so if we're not affecting our spine, especially our cervical spine when it comes to the TMJ, you can really miss and actually not fix anything without fixing the spine first. So don't forget about your chiropractic adjustments. Don't forget about your home rehab. This is not a substitute for those things. So the first thing I'll talk about with TMJ, I've got Jess here. She's my Vanna White. When it comes to TMJ, they talk about three things. They talk about the occiput, they talk about the atlas, and they talk about the sacrum. So these things need to be in line. If the sacrum is out, it throws the occiput out, and therefore it throws the atlas out. So we've got your occiput, your atlas, and we've got your sacrum. So what happens a lot of times when I have Jess hold the ball here is that we lose this curve in the spine and our head goes forward. And what that does is that causes our occiput to shift on top of our atlas. And what is that going to do to this joint right here? It's called the temporomandibular joint. And what it does is that you've got this big, meaty muscle here called your masseter, and you've got all these muscles in the front called your SCMs and all of like your platysma. And what happens is those get short and they get tight. And so, like I said before, don't forget about bringing your head back over top of your shoulder. That's where chiropractic is beautiful, and that's where your home rehab is vital. But what are some things that we can do to begin to break up some of the scar tissue? Is one, what we're going to do here is Jess can actually do this herself, but I'm going to demonstrate on her. So what we're going to do is the TMJ is basically the joint that when I open, you should feel it kind of open here and then close. There's a big muscle right here called your masseter. So what you're going to do is Jess is going to take this ball and she's going to go ahead and take it to that jaw, and she's going to push in gently, and then what she's going to do is she's going to open up and close, open and close. And what that's going to do is that she's going to push into that muscle, and when she does that, it's going to help break up that scar tissue as she's going through ranges of motion. So a lot of times whenever your jaw is kind of like shifted over to one side, they call it the sling in between your jaw here. One side gets tighter than the other, and so you'll feel one side tighter than the other, and by doing this exercise, it'll help kind of break up some of the scar tissue there. The other thing that she can do is she can actually take this. So when your head goes forward, so Jess's head goes forward, we all see this person, walking through the mall. These muscles get really, really tight. So what we can do is we can take our fingers and we can actually put our fingers right up through here, down through here, and we can press in right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate over this way. So I can take my fingers and I can press down, so here, and then rotate my head over, and then keep repinning that tissue, just like this. So I'm pushing down, coming up. So I'm pushing down, coming up. And what that's going to do is that's going to help release and elongate some of those tissues. Now, you got to watch because you've got all kinds of arteries and nerves that come through here. So that's why I like to use my fingers right above the clavicle. Pushing in and then rotating away will help elongate these tissues. The other thing that you'll notice that we do in our clinic is the neck traction. So neck traction is important, but also wearing your head weight is even more important to actually strengthen these muscles and make sure they're strong and vibrant. But try this exercise. You can do this on a plane. You can do this while you're working. Just a $3 lacrosse ball at Dick's Sporting Goods. So like I said before, make sure that you're getting adjusted. Make sure that you're taking care of your spine. Huge to do with TMJ issues. And also, if you're a gum chewer, make sure that you limit your gum chewing on a regular basis, because that can really begin to wear out those muscles, at least until the muscles become stable and we can begin to balance that sling called your jaw. Until the next video, I pray you and your family have a healthy, happy, blessed day. Bye-bye.